Also following developments tonight on two presidential interviews making news. In the first, less than 24 hours after the Kelly file reported on a new Republican proposal for immigration reform, President Obama threatening executive action if Congress doesn't actually get the job done. Listen.
It is my firm belief that we can get immigration reform done this year. And I don't want to presuppose that we can't. Obviously, if at some point we see that it's not getting done, I'm going to look at all options to make sure that we have a rational, smart system of immigration.
Richard Fowler is host of The Richard Fowler Show. Tucker Carlson is editor-in-chief of The Daily Caller and co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend. So, for the first time, the House Republicans come out with a plan saying this is how we think we could get it done, but nothing's going to happen until the border is secured and we have enforcement of our existing laws. And now you have the president saying, you don't get it done, and I'm going to have to look at what I can do, which has some, in particular on the right, Richard, saying, what's he doing?
Listen, Megan, I got to tell you, I don't think the president, and neither does the president, think that it's mutually exclusive between enforcing border security and making sure there's a pathway to citizenship. What the president's saying here is, how long can we wait on John Boehner and the House of Representatives to pass an immigration reform bill? We've waited almost a year, and they've done absolutely, positively nothing. And I think that's what the president's arguing here, and I think he's right to make that argument.
Tucker?
This is so unbelievably cynical. I would say on both sides. You've got long-term double-digit unemployment, real unemployment, and they want to double the number of unskilled workers who come here legally? That's going to help the Americans who are already here? That's going to help the middle class, the working people the president claims to represent? No. It's going to depress their wages even further. It's going to make it tougher for them to get it. It's indisputably true, actually. Find an economist who denies that.
The Congressional Budget Office. The Congressional Office indicated that the bipartisan bill passed by the United States Senate would actually put money, it would raise money for the United States, and it would benefit our country. These workers are already here.
It would certainly
These
benefit
11 million
business.
workers are already here, Tucker.
I promise to give you both the floor, but it's irritating when you talk over each other. Finish your point, Richard, and then Tucker.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, the point is, Megan, is these 11 million individuals are already here in this country. They deserve a pathway to citizenship. They pledge allegiance to our flag. They're in our schools, and they deserve a pathway to citizenship.
Okay.
Point blank, period.
Well, that's,
Go ahead, Tucker.
First of all, I would say the amnesty question, that's silly, but it's a sideshow. This is about bringing in more unskilled workers because that benefits business and they give money to both parties, and it benefits the Democratic Party because they will vote Democrat. But it shafts the middle class. And there's no credible person who's looked at this and doesn't come to that conclusion. It's an indisputable conclusion. And yet the president claimed, I represent the working people? Really? Are they really for this? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yes, the reason these Republicans are getting behind it to some extent, in part, is because the Chamber of Commerce,
of course,
is pressing them because these companies like these workers.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
And Chris Stirewalt laid this out for us the other night, suggesting don't go thinking immigration reform is going to get done anytime soon because the motivations aren't pure, let's say. Their hearts aren't really in it for the stated reasons. Guys, good to see you both.
Thanks, Megan.
Thank you, Megan.